The Kimball Method Slowly Changing Dimension component. How do I use this thing? Before I show you the sample package with the Kimball Method Slowly Changing Dimension component, I've got to show you the data and how it's supposed to be processed in normal slowly changing dimension methodology. So what we're taking a look at here is a source system that's tracking computers. Now in this source system on the Monday, which we're representing as Monday, November 22nd, 2010, we have a Dell Precision M6400 with a certain serial number, and that's our business key. That's what's in the source system. The dimension table is empty before we run the ETL for the day. After we run the ETL, basically we're throwing that into the dimension table and adding housekeeping columns to give it a surrogate key, an effective date, and an expiry date. On Tuesday, changes are made in the source system. One change that's made is to the only computer that's in there, and the operating system changes. Now in order to track that in the dimension table, we've identified that attribute as a type 2 slowly changing dimension, which means we want to keep track of changes to that. So what we're going to have to do is add another row to our dimension table with the new value so that we can keep the old value. In order to do that and still make sense of it, we have to give two different surrogate keys and expire the old row and create a new one. The following day on Wednesday, the source system changes. We've added two brand new computers to the mix. In order to represent that change in the dimension, we basically have to add two new rows to the system. And just like we did on Monday, we're going to add two new surrogate keys with two new effective dates, and the expiry date is null, representing none. They aren't expired yet. So basically that information just gets copied into the dimension table. On Thursday, we're doing two changes. We're changing the operating system on one computer that we already got in the data warehouse, and we've made some changes to before. And we're also fixing a purchase by. If we take a look at what it was on Wednesday, the person typing in misspelled that, and so we're fixing that up. In our dimension table, we've represented the John Doe, the purchase by, as a type 1 change, and of course the operating system's a type 2 change. So in order to process these correctly, we need to simply update that column, that field in the dimension table for the purchase by change, and then the operating system, we have to create a new row. For the housekeeping records there, nothing changes on the row where only the SCD1 changed. No housekeeping information is required to be changed in there. All we did was update that value. For the operating system change, we do essentially the same thing as we did on Tuesday. We expire the old row, we add a new row with a new effective date. Go grab the next video that explores the sample package we'll be working with.